Hey guys, Elisa here, gonna bring you another 2v2 today on the map. I think it's called Tarsonis Assault, but previously it was called Arid Wastes in Phase 1, and in Phase 2, I believe, the name was changed to Tarsonis Assault. So anyway, I will be spawning as the Teal Zerg right now, and my ally is Broken Rhythm. His name is also Goku. He is my 2v2 partner in Phase 1, and he will be spawning as the Purple Protoss. My enemies are Lu Osen, spawning as the Blue Zerg, and my other enemy is Enforcer, spawning as a Blue Zerg. In my previous video, I mentioned that one thing to notice about 2 Zerg is the potential for double early 6 or 8 pool. And what actually happened in the matchmaking was that these two were both random. And I've played a lot of double random teams, and they always seem to like to cheese, just because it's hard to prevent. If you don't know what the enemy's race is, it's hard to prevent a specific type of cheese, whether it's Reaper or Proxy Gateway or just double six pool right now. And double six pool looks like is what Enforcer and Luosen's is going to be doing this game right now. So we just see this. I said our scouting workers just see this right now, and I don't even have my 6 pool up yet. I was actually going for a 15 pool into 2 hatch 1 base Zergling right now. So he has 3 Zerglings on the way, and I just put my spawning pool down. So his Zerglings are done right now, and my spawning pool is literally at 10% in. Goku has his gateway at 50%, putting down a second gateway right now. And I believe he fully walled off. These 2 Zerg players are going to be bringing both their 2 sets of 6 lings each to one of our bases. And at this point, neither of us are prepared to the point where we are able to adequately deal with this. Goku right now, or not Goku, Broken Rhythm, sorry. He is doing a little bit of Probe Micro, trying to distract the Zerglings, squeeze out those few seconds, and he is actually walling off completely, trying to chrono boost that Zealot, gonna fight in that narrow alleyway, which makes it extremely hard for Zerglings to actually get in. And right now, we do have the 2 Zerglings attacking that pylon. Goku doing the smart thing, putting down a second pylon. But right now, we see that the Zealot is actually spawned outside of these Zerglings, so that is going to make it very difficult for us to actually whittle down the Zergling count to a sufficient point. Meanwhile, on my side, I actually put down 2 spine crawlers in my base, so I will be prepared for if these Zerglings decide to come to my space. But Goku is not in such a good position right now. That second pylon will be going down, and it looks like his gateway is going down. He has 1 Zealot, 2 Zealots right now, and 1 probe going to be fighting a huge number of Zerglings. That's those 16 Zerglings right now. Actually, all of Red's Zerglings going straight for the mirror line. Blue Zergling's gonna take out his pylons right now, and I still am not able to help him, because I realize at this point it is basically a 2v1 game right now. Any amount of if I had gotten Zerglings, it would not have done very much against this number of Zerglings that both of them had, because simply they could just dance. Because me and Broken Rhythm's army were isolated from each other, he could just dance his army around mine, and so it'd be very difficult for me to actually help him sufficiently. So I decided just to put down a few solid defenses, 2 spine crawlers. Gonna get my second queen out, and then I'm gonna put down a Baneling's nest. Now in Zerg vs Zerg, Baneling nests are very, very important, just because of how easy it is to kill harvesters with those Banelings. Pretty decent saturation right now, or actually not. My mistake. This is pretty awful saturation right now. And actually, I have got quite a few minerals, so I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. I think I'm trying to do a little bit of micro. Oh yeah, I moved this queen up here. I don't want his Zergling to see what's inside my base right now. And it looks like to him that they have no idea what I'm building right now, which is perfect. But looking at the economy right now, Blue's economy is actually better than mine economy in spite of that double 6 pool. Red's economy is a little bit worse, but I do have sufficient amount of defense to hold off whatever Enforcer and Luosen will try to send right now. But he actually has a Roach Warren up, so he has 4 Roaches. Roaches are extremely good against Zerglings, and right now Broken Rhythm has 1 probe left. Now, what I found in 2v2, and I don't know if this is true for higher level players, but we are in the Diamond League right now. I think we are 14, or we are 12-2. So I think we do pretty well. I'm not sure, but we're still in the platinum. Sorry, not in the diamond yet. We haven't gotten there. And if one of your partner dies, it's actually I don't actually believe in giving your partner money to build back up because it just takes way too long, and the money you give him can be used up extremely quickly once the enemy just decides to constantly harass your ally. So actually don't give my ally any money. Right now we have two spine crawlers, two queens against these two roaches. Gonna do a little bit of micro right now. And and this spine crawler is gonna kill a crap ton of roaches. I'm building zerglings right now, and that queen is still doing a little bit of attacking. And I think that queen, yep, that queen is going to go down. But it looks like I will be able to survive from this. Red does decide to retreat, and right now I am in a very poor position right now. I have 24 harvesters, two blues 24 harvesters, and reds 16 harvesters. So it's almost like 40 harvesters against 20 right now on 2 base, and I'm only on 1 base. I don't decide to give Goku any money, as I said before, just because investing money in your ally who has to rebuild his entire nexus that can easily be destroyed because I would have to defend 2 bases is just too risky at this point. I go to blue's base immediately. He does not have anything except for 4 roaches, and I make him cancel his hatchery. Oh, no, he doesn't even cancel his hatchery, actually. I just destroyed. I am building banelings immediately after that. And it's important not to turn all your zerglings into banelings, because if you have some, the enemy has to focus banelings in order to attack him. But if you have some zerglings like this, he has to individually micro his roaches to use like an entire volley against these banelings. So I'm going straight to his base right now, and I have a few zerglings, and he is pulling off all his drones right now. This is a bad decision, actually. Watch as one baneling explodes. Almost all the harvesters are in the red, and I am running more zerglings to his base, and now he loses his entire harvester workforce, or the majority of it at least. He is at 4 harvesters right now. So right now harvesters look fairly even, and red is so right now red and blue's harvesters match mine, and red's base is at 99% right now, and he cancels it right there. So I don't know if it was good timing or not. I would rather have preferred it if he left his base there, actually, so that I could finish it off, and so he would lose his entire 400 minerals. But that is great as well. Meanwhile, red actually is building a few mealers. He has no other defense right now except these zerglings, and I really should be moving my zerglings in. There we go, finally moving my zerglings in. If I had moved them a few more seconds earlier, I would have gotten a huge amount of harvester kills right now. But as his mutalisks pop, it doesn't look like I will be able to kill as many as I would have if I moved them in 10 seconds earlier. More zerglings on my part streaming and gonna be killing a lot more harvesters, and I do decide to pull back. I would like to maintain some kind of mutalisk army right now, and I did sense that he had mutalisks, so I had spine crawlers on my way, and I believe I'm making my 3rd queen right now. So Broken Rhythm saying no because he lost his last probe, but it looks like I'm doing fairly well right now. It is 22 harvesters versus 19, or 30 harvesters, sorry, on their entire team versus 22 on my part. Broken Rhythm still has 0, and he has quite a few mutalisks. So 5 mutalisks. I do have 3 queens though, and these 3 queens will be able to hold off mutalisks fairly well. I'm gonna be sending more zerglings to blue's base, and it looks like blue will not be able to hold this off at all. He does have 2 mutalisks in there, which I believe is a mistake, because mutalisks have such low DPS for their cost. The only benefit of them is their mobility, and I think he should have just walled in with spine crawler so he could still play a factor in this game. But right now, blue is gonna be at 0 harvesters pretty soon. Yep, he is. These 2 harvesters are the only ones he has left. I am actually focusing down his spawning pool, and it looks like I'm gonna leave right now. I don't want to lose any more zerglings mutalisks. And one thing I've found in 2v2 games I've played is you want to always keep your opponents down, but you don't want to completely destroy them, because the time it takes for you to completely destroy them, those few seconds can be used for his ally to actually build up defense. So you want to continuously be on the assault, keeping them down, keeping their work harvesters count